James is the host of Dolly Vision on YouTube. Check it out, folks. He travels around the country covering all types of cases like this.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, there's almost 500 of you in the room already. Make sure y'all smash that like button so I ain't got to say it 1,000 times tonight. We got a crazy twist and turn in the Kansas City case where the 3 people were found in the yard, froze to death. Okay, before we get into that, I want to thank you guys for all the likes, everybody that has been subbing up. Thank you guys so much. We just hit 31,000 subscribers today, and I couldn't do it without the love and support of each and every one of you. If you're watching out there in the ether, make sure you sub up. Help us hit 100,000 this year so Dolly can retire. Okay, so I can retire. I'm just playing. So anyway, as you can see by the title, there is a 5th person in this case. It gets stranger and stranger by the day. It seemed pretty strange to begin with. You know, people are calling this man inside the house. He's not answering. He's reading their messages. He's not replying. These people's vehicles are in his yard, in his driveway. Their wallets and keys are in his house, but yet he don't know nothing. Don't know absolutely anything. So now his lawyer has been changing the story so much. He said today that there was a fifth person in the house, and Jordan, the room, the guy that had the house, which he has moved out now. He got out quick, boy. He got out super quick. There was another person with these people partying with them. And house owner went to bed, left these people there to party. Now, the story's changed because originally he said he seen these people leave his house. Now he's saying he went to bed and they were still at his house. And coming out, like I said, a fifth person. We're going to jump over to this news so you can hear this for yourself. And they may be explained a little bit better than I can of what the hell is going on in this crazy case. Now, look, somebody needs to be arrested. I don't know who it is or for what for at this point. Thank God I ain't a detective, right? Because something definitely there. Look, team foul play. There's definitely some foul play involved in this. I mean, a lot of people are already jumping to, hey, it's most likely drugs. But who's the fourth person? Where did they get the drugs? Where did the paraphernalia go? So somebody cleaned up the crime scene. Somebody didn't report the deaths. And as we know, that is criminal. Not to report a death is criminal. That is what, they had arrested Sarah Wandra for, not reporting the death. A lot of people go to jail for not reporting death, and it carries a good little sentence in prison. So let me jump over to this video real fast. Entire screen with sound. Share. Let's add this and let's jump right into it. Yellow lines. Let me get them pulled open for you guys. And I want to hear what you guys think about this tonight. So hold on, my keyboard is messing up. All right, the phone lines are now open. Let me put the call-in number on the screen so you guys know where to call in. Well, somebody knows. There's the phone number. Dolly.
There's the phone number. Dolly.
Yes.
This is BJ from Tennessee.
Hey, BJ.
I think they could have been chloroformed and put out there.
Chloroformed and put outside. My biggest my biggest thing is their wallets and keys being in the house. What people would leave the house and leave their wallets in somebody else's house?
See, they could have chloroformed them inside.
Maybe. I mean, I hope not.
They could have, they may have laid back to rest a couple of minutes.
Would that come back in toxicology? I don't really know if they chloroform.
If they don't use a large amount, it will.
Yeah, but if
they do use a large amount, it will. But if they don't, it won't.
Yeah, but would that keep you unconscious long enough to freeze to death?
Well, he could have done it in there, and once he got him out there, he could have used chloroform again. If he seen them coming up, waking up.
What if they were just all doing drugs together, and he's the other two are the only two that survived?
I don't think they were doing drugs.
You don't think they were doing drugs? Because what I hear is one of them didn't do drugs at all, from what I hear. But that's what they're saying. That's internet.
I don't think it was drugs. I think the guy in the house done it.
Oh Lord, the plot thickens. Maybe so. It seems a little strange. But hey, look, I appreciate you calling in.
All righty, bye-bye.
All right, peace. Yeah, I don't know if there was a struggle, but look, he had days to clean up. Just say But how does he overpower 3 guys? You really couldn't unless you drugged them or poisoned them. Dolly.
Right now.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Who's this? Where are you calling from?
We're calling from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. All right. What do you think about? What do you make of all this?
Well, I used to live in Missouri. Okay, I got shot in Pennsylvania, and I moved up to my grandparents' house in Missouri. Now, every night on the news, it's a meth capital of the world. There's rooftops blown out of people's houses on the news. So this guy's some type of weird scientist. Maybe he made a bad batch of meth. I mean, think about it. He might not be doing the drugs. That's why he lives. He's making it. He's selling it.
Maybe. I mean,
definitely something.
Allegedly.
They definitely didn't freeze to death.
Yeah, they definitely didn't freeze to death.
Neighbors are right there.
The family said it right. They passed away, and then they sat out there and froze. So something.
I mean,
nothing takes out like that unless it's poison or some bad drugs.
Exactly. And he could have definitely drugged him outside. You know what I mean? This is weird because if you're outside, I've looked around, there's neighbors. If I'm freezing, I'm going to break the door down or I'm going to go get help, right?
Yeah. And why would they be chilling outside in the cold like that?
Man, it's fishy, man. It's real fishy.
Yeah, I agree.
I enjoy your show, man. I appreciate you having me.
All right. No problem. You have a good one.
You too, buddy.
Yeah, see, I think everybody's on agreement that something is going on here. And I don't know how come the police are so quick to rule it out. Dolly.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Stony Stone.
You got to be shitting me, bro.
Hey, the plot. Was it you?
You absolutely got to be kidding me. Everybody's got to be kidding me right now.
Are you the 5th person, Stony Stone?
Yeah, I'm the 5th person, Jimmy. Absolutely am. I'm going to tell you right now, one guy is not going to overpower these guys, first and foremost.
Yeah,
and
why in the hell? Dude looks like a big boy. He looks pretty thick.
Yeah, why in the hell? Look, and the other ones don't look like little punks either. I don't think it's as foul play as you think. And let me tell you this, why would he put him in his backyard when he's got a garage underneath his house where he could just take them out the living room, down the stairway, into the garage and put them in the back of a vehicle and haul them out of there and dump them in a field somewhere?
I mean, maybe
so why in the hell would you put them in your backyard?
Maybe mad scientists don't think like that, Stony Stone. I mean, I don't know.
Bro.
I just think they were partying together and one of them supplied it and they did some and died and they didn't report it. The one dude ran off scared and the other dude I
wouldn't doubt that
happened.
Yeah. Or can I give you another scenario? I wouldn't doubt that. That could be. They could have had that. Let me tell you how it goes. Back in the day when we were younger, we'd throw parties like all the time, man. People in our house. And when I got drunk and tired and ready to go to bed, I would literally say, man, lock the doors when you guys leave. And if they said, hey, man, we're going to leave.
Do you work for the defense?
We're going to leave. I'd lock the doors.
I think Stoney works for the defense. Okay. You work for that lawyer with the crazy ass hair.
Oh, look, no, I'm just saying it realistically, not everything is how people want it to be. Chloroform, guys.
Look, people are rumoring this dude's a mad scientist and his lawyer has mad scientist hair. That's got to be a sign. It has to be a signal.
Look, so common sense is, I don't think it's as serious, as stupid as people are going to try to make this. I think the guy was going to bed and these guys got outside and it was cold, below freezing. And these guys are shit-faced. They went out maybe to smoke a cigarette or something and got caught out dead. And dude locks the door. Goes to bed, passes out.
And they don't walk out the gate and try to walk up the street to get warm. They don't try to build a fire. They don't try to.
These guys may not have been able to if they were that drunk. Jimmy, I don't know if you've ever been drunk enough to
cuddle. Don't you think if they were out there cold, they would have cuddled something?
No, not if they're
all in different spots. None of them try to huddle together to stay warm.
If they could do that, then they would be able to walk out the gate.
Why couldn't they?
The keys were in the house. How could they get in their cars? If they couldn't get in the house to get their wallet and their keys through the cars, how
come they didn't walk around to the front door? Why didn't they go to the garage?
Hell, I don't know. Maybe they were too drunk to walk.
If they were so drunk, how did they get outside? If they were
Oh,
too drunk to
somebody
walk,
said
you
it's
gotta
32
get
degrees.
outside.
I heard it was a lot colder than that.
They didn't float outside.
I heard it was a lot colder than 32 degrees.
The low was 18.
Yeah, hey, they could have got some bad shit, man. I mean, they could have did a
Yeah,
little
but why not
Coca-Cola
report it?
Classic, and that shit was dripped with fentanyl. You know,
Why not? Let's don't say the names. No drugs. Let's try not to anyway. YouTube's funny about
I said Coca-Cola Classic.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola Classic, right? Maybe it's something like that, but they knew. The thing is, they knew. They didn't report them dead. That's what I'm trying to say. I ain't saying that they physically killed
know
these
that
people.
they were there.
They
How
had
often
to have
do you go
known.
in your backyard? I don't go in my backyard. Maybe, I don't know.
I went in my
twice a month,
backyard yesterday. I had a pipe freeze, and I had to put a heater on the pipe that unfreeze my pipes because I
something
forgot
like
to leave them
that.
dripping.
I get it.
So I was in my
I get
backyard
it,
yesterday.
but I mean, I don't go in my backyard. I couldn't tell you if I didn't have a ring door cam back there. I literally couldn't tell
Are
you.
you the man
what
that
happened
lived in this house, Stony Stone? You sound like this dude. You're like, I don't go in my backyard.
I'm just telling you, it's just common sensical. You probably don't even know that
You
word,
don't-
Jimmy. Look it up. It's real.
Okay, what about the keys and the wallet on the table? You wouldn't notice somebody's keys
They
and wallet
could
on
not
the table?
get back in to get them. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
If I
but
was
there was
shit-faced
people
drunk,
inside. There were still people inside. There was 2 people inside.
there was one more inside. But if they were drunk and passed out too, we don't know actually what time this all took place. Yeah, or if he probably does exist. But look, listen, I'm just saying.
Okay.
It may not be as crazy as you think. It could be, but if anything, I think it's good. I don't think they got chloroformed. That was some crazy shit I ever
I
heard.
don't think they got chloroformed either, but you know,
Ain't none of
everybody has the right
Come
to
on.
their theory. We just throwing out these things allegedly.
that. What do you honestly think happened? What do you think happened?
I think they were partying together. They were doing drugs.
I hope you don't die in my house neither, crazy nurse, because you'd probably be saved. Just saying.
I think they were doing this
Because
together.
I wouldn't let you in my backyard.
One of them, hey, you asked me, you won't let me answer.
Yeah, I was just commenting.
Okay, listen, I think that they were partying together. One of these people supplied them with something that took their lives and they didn't report it. One got scared, ran, one acted like he didn't know what happened. But both of them know what happened, and these 3 young men have lost their life. That's what I think happened.
That could be. It could be. Or it could be simpler than that.
Okay, Stoney.
It could be this simple, Jim. They couldn't get back in to get their keys, and dude thought they left. Shit-faced and went to bed. Because I've been there. I mean, I ain't locked them out because we don't lock our doors where we live because people know.
If I was standing in the cold and I felt like I was going to die freezing to death in the backyard, I'd have kicked the door off the hinges, Stony Stone.
Exactly. I don't get that part of it. I don't get it.
I would have kicked the door down, walked in, got my keys, and been like, motherfucker, next time answer the door.
Broke a window and replace it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting my keys. You ain't locking me out in the freezing cold to die. I'm getting up in there and getting my keys. You know what? None of them had cell phones. They all left their phones inside too. It don't make no sense, Tony. Until next time, brother.
Wallets, their keys, everything was inside.
Yeah, I know.
Everything was inside. Look, can I say something real quick? And I know my old lady looks at me crazy, but because we talk about it all the time. Let me tell you something. Back when I was a kid, back in the late 70s, I had an uncle, the guy I'm named after, was in a bar New Year's Eve, got drunk, passed out at the bar. The bouncers picked him up, took him out to his pickup truck in Southern Illinois, put him in his truck, didn't start it, laid him there. The next day, he froze to death.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's my aunt, my dad's sister's husband, my Uncle Wayne. He passed out at the bar, and the bartender or the bouncers picked him up, took him out, and put him in the truck, and he froze to death in 32-degree weather.
Okay.
Wasn't even
I believe you.
0.
I believe it.
I'm just telling you it's a fact.
I know stuff. I know stuff happens. I've come from the bar. Look, I'll share it with you.
Yeah.
I got.
We've all been there, right?
In a bush.
I've owned bars long enough.
Just think I didn't freeze to death.
You could freeze to death. Yes.
For some reason, when I'm drunk, bushes must look comfortable to me because I wake up in bushes.
Exactly.
I ain't never on the ground. I'm always in a bush.
In the bush somewhere. Yes, exactly. I've been there too, bro. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you. Have a good one.
Stoney's a talker, ain't he? Dolly!
Hey, Dolly, it's me, Misty.
Hey, Misty. What's going on?
Not much. I'm from California, and I got to say that if I was stuck out in the backyard, I would have jumped that fence and been long gone.
I agree with you 100%. Like it had to be they're under the influence of something they did inside the house, or somebody cleaned it up.
There is no way, Dolly, that people are going to be all three walk outside, and then those are three burly, nice looking men are just going to sit in a backyard and freeze to death. That fence is like jumpable.
Yeah, or I can knock that fence down with one good kick.
I know. I'm like a $1.29. I live in California, and I would have already been. I've been to enough Kager parties. I've been to all of these fun little parties. If my friend locked the door on me, I would have been long gone.
Now,
I'm not just going to sit in the backyard and freeze to death.
Not definitely not. Definitely not. I would have went to the neighbor's house and asked to use the phone. I would have done something. I'd have kicked this back door in and got back in the house and got my keys.
Absolutely.
You
Something
know,
happened inside that
like,
house.
Hey, bro, I'm sorry, man. You should have came to the door. I'll fix it for you tomorrow. You know.
Hey, I'm telling you.
I ain't dying.
I agree 100%.
So they just sat down and watch all each. That's impossible. So there's definitely some substance in their body. I expect that the toxicology is going to come back with something in it.
Absolutely. I agree 100% because I'm going to tell you, like I already said, I've been to enough Kager parties. I've been to enough barbecues, Super Bowl parties, everything. My friends lock the door on me when I walk outside. Even if my keys, my purse, and my phone are inside, I'm going to jump the fence before I freeze to death and go find somebody, call my girlfriend, my boyfriend, one of my girlfriends, be like, hey, you got to come and get me, man. This guy in here is crazy.
What if the toxicology report comes back that there's nothing in their system but alcohol? Well, I couldn't believe that. Even drunk, I don't think that could happen.
Well, what? So even if the guy's upstairs listening to headphones and falls asleep, what about this fifth person? What happened to this guy? He didn't notice him?
Apparently not. He's probably the dude that supplied the drugs that killed these three, and he ran.
Well, could be a lot of things, but 2 days goes by, their cars are sitting outside, their keys and their wallets are all in there. Dude's still listening to headphones for 2 days.
And he hears.
No, I'm not buying it.
Let's see. Hey, I appreciate you calling.
Hey, thanks, Dolly. I appreciate you.
All right, peace.
All right, bye.
Okay, since I sent you a longer news video from the update, if you need it, not from Fox 5. Okay, let me pull that up. Dolly.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, let me ask you something. I'm just curious. Did they have neighbors really close?
It looks like the neighbors are fairly close. You can see the other house in the picture, so yeah, it's fairly close.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm a nosy pain in the butt anyway. I still look out for my neighbors. Dude, what do you say?
I said I can tell.
Oh, hush. But anyway, wouldn't you know if you saw people laying in the backyard? Wouldn't you notice something?
I would think. I mean, I don't go looking in my neighbor's backyard.
I don't mean I sit there and glare, but every once in a while I might glance to see if something's weird. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to protect my family. I might glance, and you don't see three people dead in the backyard.
I mean, you glance in your neighbor's backyard. I ain't looked at my neighbor's backyard ever.
Never look at.
He could have.
I don't sit there and do anything bad. I'm just saying if something weird or something going on over there, I would notice. Well, I would notice somebody's dead in the backyard.
My neighbor could have 37 dead bodies in his backyard right now, and I wouldn't know.
Hey, you ain't a good neighbor.
Well, I'm supposed to be. I am a good neighbor. I ain't nosy.
No, you're supposed to check on your neighbors. Love thy neighbor. You ever heard of that?
I wave. That's checking.
All right, but I'm just saying. It's awful weird that nobody didn't notice nothing. Those guys there for 3 days, dead. And no family checked on them in 3 days to say, where in the blink are they at?
Yeah, well, family was sending them messages. They went by the house, beat on the door. So they were worried. The family was definitely concerned. But this guy was reading the messages and not hitting them back. So
Wait a minute, the guy of the house was reading the messages?
Yes.
Okay, then he's a crooked. He's a dingbat. He did something. If he's reading messages and deleted them, then come on.
He didn't delete them. He just read them and didn't reply back. and say, hey, I didn't see them. I don't know where they're at. He didn't say nothing.
Exactly, and that don't sound right. So what does that tell you right there?
I've been saying it don't sound right. Now
No.
I'm saying it don't sound even more right because now they added, you know, a fifth person to it, so it sounds even more crooked.
Wait a minute. Who? Sorry, man. Who added the fifth person? The guy of the house owns the house?
Yeah, the lawyer came up today and said, check out the window over the kitchen sink. You can see the backyard. Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, the lawyer came out and said there was another person at the house that night.
See, he gonna find all kind of crooked way to get that fool out of something. Ain't no telling what happened. But they are, like you said, they're too healthy. Those are big guys. They could have done something. I don't know why they could overpower him or did something to the owner. I don't know.
Even if it comes back drugs, how do we know they wasn't drugged?
Well, exactly. They had to be because, like you said, didn't you say one of them don't do drugs and one of them was a father? I think I saw that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of people say that about people and then they die from drugs. You know what I'm saying? They might not know they do drugs. This might be the day, you know, when it comes back, they learn that their loved one did do drugs. You know, it might be one of those cases. I hope that ain't the case, but somebody supplied it to them, and one of them two people that were in that house, no. I mean, if you sell somebody bad drugs and it kills them, that's murder.
Yep. Also, not reporting, like you said.
And not reporting. There's all
you got, come on.
Look, that's what he should be charged with right now is not reporting a death.
Exactly. Cars in the drive. What did you say? Cars in driveway, wallets, keys. He should be in jail.
Yep. At least for that. And he should have 3 counts of it.
Exactly. I don't get it because those guys are very younger.
Out there and died. And if not, he is the worst friend of 2024. For sure. I mean, what's with these badass friends? I grew up in an era my friends looked out for the cookout. We stuck together. Like I don't know what's with people these days. They just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So did we. We always looked out for each other. That's what I'm saying because that's why I'm a little bit of a nosy neck. We look out for each other. I mean, none of this crap would have happened.
Yeah, I mean, look out for you. We didn't spy on each other. I wasn't up in their backyard.
I didn't say spying. I don't say I spy on them. I just make sure they're okay. I have elderly neighbors, so I always check on them. You know, I'm just saying I wouldn't know if somebody's dead in the backyard.
Okay, I bet you would. All right, you be good, Lisa.
Bye, behave.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. We're gonna pull up this other article from News Nation, this news clip real quick. And guys, give me a second on the phone line. I'm gonna close it for a second so that way you might be watching this clip. It don't do that, okay? Because that's what'll happen. As soon as we start to watch something, the phone line will start being blowing up and shit. So let's jump over here to this real quick. And I haven't heard this one yet. Let me turn it up so I know y'all got audio.
Your client, Jordan Willis, is he free and clear tonight, or is he still facing some kind of potential criminal exposure?
There was never any criminal charges. There is no case. The police have stated that this is not a homicide investigation and they do not suspect foul play.
Not yet. Okay. But the internet's going crazy. Everybody on the internet thinks it's foul play. And I think that's going to pressure the police into thinking, oh, wait, this might be something to it. There's no way. There's 1,500 people in the room right now. 1,500 people in here think it's foul play. Well, no, 1,499. Stony Stone must have worked for his lawyer. Okay. The one person, he must be cousins with this dude, Jordan's lawyer. I don't know. He's the only person defending this guy yet. Okay. Stony, if you're right, you're a genius, but I think you're wrong on this one. But let me say this. Kylie Rodney, Stoney called me up. He said, yo, and this is like on day 2. He said, Jimmy, that girl is in the car in the lake about 50 feet off the shoreline. Everybody in this world, I shit you not, Stoney was absolutely right. Right? If anybody, I should have went out there. That reward money would have been the turtles because he was dead on from day 1. I had to give him that. I have to give him that. Okay. But I don't think you won on this one. I think there is something going on in this house. Okay. Something is going on. They didn't just get locked outside and drop dead. I can believe that the girl was in the lake. Okay. I give you that one. But these healthy ass Kansas City fans did not walk out there and just perish. And if they would have been hugged up. They've been huddled up. You know, they wouldn't have been in different places, dead in the yard and one in a chair. That don't make no sense to me. And who just lays down in somebody's yard drunk in the cold? I mean, I've gotten drunk and passed out in bushes and things, like I said, but I just don't know about that. It don't make much sense to me. I'm thinking I'm team foul play. Team foul. If you team foul play, press 1 in the chat. I'm team foul play all day.
So he could do an interview. You'd be fine with him doing a TV interview because you now feel confident he has no concerns ahead of him.
He could do an interview if he chose to. As I advised him, as I advise all my clients, that he shouldn't say anything at this time until the investigation has been concluded.
A lot of foul play in here.
I'm so curious about what could have possibly happened, as are so many people watching right now, as I'm sure you are, and potentially even. Do you know from speaking to your client, were there drugs involved with the party, the football watching party that night?
Being a bad friend.
There are some things that I'm not going to be allowed to comment on based on confidentiality reasons. There were, in addition to the 3 gentlemen that are deceased, in addition to Jordan, there was one other individual that was present in the home. And I'm not going to comment on anything about the activities that were going on there other than the fact that they were there and they were socializing after the Chiefs game.
Why can't you comment on the activities that were going on? What were they playing? Yahtzee? Were they playing like Scrabble, Twister? Or were they doing Colombian Bam Bam? Like, we would have a better understanding. Hey, they did too much drugs and they went outside and died. Like, you want to elaborate on other people being there and talk all this and contradict yourself. But when there's an important question about what activities were happening in the house, you go damn dumb. Dumb.
It's interesting, though, that you would bring up that
that's a good lawyer right there.
There was another person there other than the 3 who died, the owner of the home, and then this mystery man. After the question I asked about drugs, is there a reason for that?
No, just in fact, I learned a little bit more about this other individual today. And I also, it's my understanding that he spoke with police as well, and that he supported what Jordan told law enforcement and what we believe actually was going on at the time.
Has that 4th man and Jordan, have they spoken together since this tragedy unfolded?
I don't believe that they have.
He don't believe. That means, yeah, they talked. They're building their alibi right now. You know what I'm saying? You know they talked. He didn't answer the phone for anybody else. He probably answered the phone for the dude, that guy.
And yet, it's your understanding that this 4th mystery person, whose name I hope will surface soon, his account of what happened that night is directly in correlation with Jordan's account.
Sure, and he's not a mystery person. He's one of the group of friends that they watch the game with. He's known to everybody. He's known to law enforcement. So he's not a mystery person. He's somebody there. And essentially, from my understanding, everything that he told the police is in line with.
Okay, he's known to law enforcement. Now, that could work 2 ways, like known to law enforcement as of now, like the law enforcement knows who he is, or he's known to law enforcement to be like a drug dealer or a bad person or a murderer. What is he known to law enforcement for? That's the key question. Okay. He's known by law enforcement. Is that a good thing? Right? If I hope I ain't known by law enforcement. So if the law enforcement know you, they don't know you for nothing good. It got to be something bad.
What Jordan told the police, even though they were interviewed separately.
I'm so glad he's not a mystery person. What's his name?
I'm not going to provide his name. If and when he chooses to go public and say his name, then he can do that. He's not my client. I don't represent him. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Okay, I understand.
Oh, hell no. Nah. You felt comfortable enough coming out telling everybody he was in the house, but you don't feel comfortable telling us who he is. I don't like this guy. I don't like him. Oh, well, you know, I don't feel comfortable about that. You know, I don't want to tell you what they were doing. I don't want to tell you what they were doing. I'm just going to tell you there was another dude there. What do you think about that? We know at that point when he said, I ain't going to tell you what they were doing. These people are in this bitch getting down. Okay.
Did your client ever leave the home from Sunday night and the football game until Tuesday when they discovered the bodies in his backyard? Did he ever leave and go outside the home?
No, I don't believe that he did.
That's a change. Remember, just the other day, he said, yeah, he left a couple times, came back. See, this lawyer changes his story so much. Does he even listen to himself? Like, all he has to do is go back and play the last interviews that he said, and his lawyer is full of shit. Okay? Like, this dude either is this completely lying or he don't know what the hell's going on. Like, one minute he's like, yeah, he left a bunch of times, but he don't look in the backyard. He's seen them leave. Then he's like, no, I didn't see them leave. I went to bed. They were partying with a mystery man. I can't tell you what they're doing. Like, there's no transparency in this shit whatsoever. So if you want your client to look like an innocent person, stop lying. Okay, first off, stop lying and like fill us in. Make it make sense. Because as a lawyer, like, I can see coming out here defending your person, but you're not even making it make sense. That's what's so hard about this. Like, if you're going to come out and defend this man, come up with a story that makes sense. You still have added more mystery and more swirling the pot of somebody is responsible for these people's death than anybody.
Self-employed. He works out of his home. He stayed in the home the entire time from, the basic scenario is they had watched the Chiefs game in a couple of different places. They went back to his place, his home afterwards, to play some video games and hang out. And at some point during that process, he got tired and he fell asleep. Before he fell asleep, they were going to leave. He actually escorted them to the door, said their goodbyes, opened the door. He went back on the couch and he crashed. And then when he woke up, they were gone. And
see, that's different than what he said earlier. That's different. Every time he gives a news interview, his story changes. And I'm talking about the lawyer. I ain't even talking about the dude in the house. I'm talking about his damn lawyer's story changes every time he tells it. Like, he left, he didn't leave. He left, he didn't leave. He left, he was on the couch. He was in his room. If he was on the couch and fell asleep, I didn't hear people beating on the door. He didn't see the cars. He did leave. He didn't leave. There's another person. Tell me this. Somebody needs to go to jail at this point. That's what I think. These two people, they did not report this death. There's no way. That's the big thing here. I don't know if they killed him or not, but I know this. It is against the law not to report the death. And they didn't report it. Clearly.
in the day and a half that occurred, 2 days, I guess, because the police came at around 10 o'clock on Tuesday to his house. He was doing the things that he normally does inside of his home, and that he was sleeping,
So,
he was eating, and he was working.
Can I back up? Yeah, can I back up for a moment there? Are you saying that your client, Jordan Willis, escorted the three victims to the door? He showed them to the door. Did they walk out the
It's
door?
not that formal, Ashley. He didn't escort them. They're his friends. Okay. They've been together all day.
That's what he just said. Like, in the same interview, he can't keep the same story. Okay? I mean, he didn't even jump interviews this time. He's going to contradict himself right mid-flight as it's going on. Yeah. I mean, that's a lawyer right there. That's a lawyer for you. He going to lie to the end. He just lie, whatever. He'll tell you whatever you want to hear. I think he's one of those lawyers.
They're leaving the house. You know, they're guys. They shake hands. They hug. See you later, bro. Whatever they did. But he left them as they were leaving the home. It's not unusual for him and his friends to spend time in each other's homes. It's not unusual for them to hang out when the other person isn't there even. And in this case, he was there. So for whatever reason, they either came back.
So he was on the couch this whole time. They're in the backyard dead. That don't make sense. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever at all.
In the home, or they went directly to the backyard. That part, no one knows the answer to. Jordan believes they came back in the house and hung out for a while and continued to play video games. And at some point, they went outside in the backyard.
But to be clear, those three men left the house. Jordan saw them leave the house.
He said goodbye to them. He laid down and he crashed, and they let one out the front door. Yes.
Okay, they let one out the front door. He just said he seen them leave. He let one out the front door. Okay. The other three he drug out back, apparently. Yeah, because there's a fifth person. He let him out the front door. He drug the other three bodies out the back, is what it sounds like to me. Okay. He didn't let the other three people out the front door. What door did he let them out of? You can't say the front door, you lying ass, because they were found in the backyard. How they get in the backyard if they went out the front door? If they went out the front door, how the hell they get in the backyard? This lawyer is a genius. I mean, he's new level genius here.
They went out the front door. He witnessed them leaving the front door of his house.
Sure. Yeah. After he said goodbye to them, he was hanging out.
That is such a lie. Now, how many people, if you think that is a lie right there, press 1 in the chat. He watched these people go out the front door. That is absolutely a lie. That is a lie. He needs to be in jail for lying. He needs to be in jail for breaking DOLLY law, being a badass friend. That carries 10 years. We're going to get that. We're going to push that. Okay. DOLLY law. That needs to go into effect. 10 years you get for being a shitty friend to people. Look, we can't allow people just to be shitty friends anymore. You got to be held responsible for being a badass friend. DOLLY law. 2024. Okay. So I call bullshit on this. He's seen these people go out the front door. Well, how do they magically get dead in your backyard? Okay. They were like, oh, this ain't a good place to fall and die. Let's go in his backyard and freeze to death. That did not happen. That did not happen. I'm some dumb, not plumb dumb. The police need to arrest this dude. Interrogate him right in front of his lawyer.
He went back on the couch and he slept. So at some point, they decided either to come back inside the house and hang out for a while, or they went out on the backyard and hung out, which...
How did they get to the backyard? How did they get to the backyard? How did they get there? They jumped the fence. They go through the fence. So they just went out back and died. That sounds like something that would happen. These randomly walked out back and died. That happened. I ain't never had nobody walk in my backyard and die. It just don't sound right to me. I'm team foul play all day, every day on this one. Somebody needs to be held responsible for this. Make it make sense, at least. At least make it for the families and the friends of these people. The police should at least come out and make this make sense. This don't make sense. If the internet is screaming somebody needs to be held responsible for this, I think the majority of people in this country would say, hey, somebody needs to be held responsible for this. This ain't no accident. 3 people don't accidentally freeze to death in somebody's backyard where their wallets and keys and cars in their front yard, and this man didn't report the death. Lock his ass up, okay? That's what I say. Lock him up.
Due to the cold temperatures, I don't believe that's the case. I think they probably came back inside and continued to play video games and hang out for a while before they left.
With him on the couch, would they sit on top of him? Would they sit on top of him? Where did they sit? You just said that your client was sleeping on the couch. Where the hell did they sit? There are other chairs in there? They sit on the floor? Were they playing from the backyard? Through the window with controllers? What were they doing? Make it make sense. You just said he was in the living room sleeping on the couch. They came back in and played video games. Okay, so they're sitting on top of him doing bong rips, playing video games. No, they're not playing Fortnite. There is something going on here. There is something going on.
Can you just tell me if there's anything in the backyard of interest? Is there a fire pit? Is there something? Is there a barbecue? Is there something of interest in the backyard that would have drawn them to go there?
You know, I don't know what's in the backyard. I've never been to the house. What I know is what you know from these pictures here. It was a really cold night, so I doubt that anybody would be out there socializing. You know, typically when guys are hanging out or people are hanging out at the house, people will go outside randomly to smoke or do whatever, get some fresh air, and then come back in. Other than that, I can't speculate about what else was going on out there.
So fascinating. John Pacerno, I hope you'll come back.
He knows what was going on. He said, I can't tell you. He said, I can't tell you the activities that were taking place, but there was another male in the house. So I don't know. He changes his story.
Can you just formally put a request into your client, Jordan Willis, that we'd really like to interview with him when he's ready?
Sure. And, he's as much in the dark as you are and as I am, and we all want answers to find out what happened to these lifelong, two of them he went to high school with. So he's known them for over 20 years.
Wow.
They're his friends. He's deeply hurt by their passing, and he wants answers as much as everyone does.
It's heartbreaking for these three families as well. I really appreciate you talking to me tonight. Thank you, John.
Okay, so this is a fact. Look, you usually don't get killed by strangers. Usually it's somebody you know that kills you. It's very rare you get killed by strangers. Usually it's somebody's husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, dad, son that kills a family member or something like that. So to be like, well, they were friends for 20 years, that don't mean nothing. You can be friends with somebody 100 years and off them. I don't know why people would do that. I ain't a criminal. I wouldn't want to hurt my friends, but at the most, right now, I think the best thing for the police to do is charge them people with not reporting a crime, okay, or not reporting a death. If they do that, at least they're charged. At least the family gets some type of something's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? And then while they're doing that, they can investigate to see if there's something more to it. But they should be charged with not reporting the death. All right, now I'm going to open up the phone lines now. Give me 1 second. Okay, and the phone lines are now back open. The call-in number is right here on the screen, 757-797-6694. That didn't take long. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yes.
This is Terry from Jersey.
Hey, Terry, how's it going?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
This thing is as shady as them shades on your face. You
Ah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It is as shady as them shades.
Well, these
The lawyer
are
forget it.
Versace's, so
What was that?
I said these are Versace's.
Oh, well,
They ain't that shady. They're
But-
expensive, not shady.
Yeah. He, number one, needs to call Saul. Okay. I mean, we can get it handled if you just call Saul. All that'd be worked out. But back to these people. Apparently, I don't remember the guy's name, but the gentleman with the beard who passed away, his baby mama was on a few other channels.
Yeah, I heard
And
she gave an interview.
Yeah, and she said she knows of that fourth person leaving, that he left around 11 or 12 because he had to go to work.
Uh-huh.
And that when he left, they were playing dice at the table.
They were playing
That's what she
dice.
said.
But
They were playing a game of dice.
did she say anything about
And-
illegal activities?
Nope, she did not. She said that one of them did smoke, one of them didn't even smoke cigarettes, and she would find it hard to believe that he would just go outside to smoke cigarettes. But I mean, she was just pretty basic about it. You know what I mean? But apparently they do know this. The family does know this fourth person. This is not somebody that the family's concerned about. I'm not saying
If
he
they
is
come
or isn't.
back-
I'm just saying.
If they come back without drugs in their system, I'm going to lose my mind.
Like,
I
at
swear I
that
will.
point, you're going to have to do like an all-night stream to figure this one out, because that lawyer ain't he don't know what the hell that man just changed his story 5 times.
I know, in a row, like on the same show. Like, I get it jumping from news to news, telling different stories, but he told different stories right in the same.
Because
how
first
did
he
he
said
see the
he's
people-
been in his room for 2 days and slept for 36 hours. Now he's been on the couch. Now he walked into the door.
Yeah. Then earlier he
Come
said
on.
he didn't see him leave because he was asleep.
Didn't see him leave, right?
I mean,
Correct.
how many
he's
different
done.
stories is he going to tell? That dude would have been better off representing himself.
100%. 100%.
He could have called the Dolly law office and I would have gave him better advice. I'd at least, if we're going to lie, let's tell the same lie over and
Damn
over
right.
again, right?
100%.
So,
Well, I just wanted to say what I know about that situation, but I'm new to your channel and I've been watching every show since
awesome.
since I
Thank you
started
for being
watching.
here with us.
The only thing that's frustrating, it's off the subject, is I have had to subscribe every day. Every time I go in, I'm unsubscribed. I literally was
Somebody else
unsubscribed
told me
before
that
this.
today, or did you leave a comment saying that?
I did leave a comment driving me insane. So right before this video, I went in, unsubscribed. My bell is lit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
Ring
hope,
my
they,
bell,
I hope
but-
they don't keep doing that to people. We just hit 31,000. They're going to hold
That's
an
what I
uphill
said.
battle
Like,
if they're
every time
taking
this
stuff
happens,
from you.
I was like, are they taking a number away every time?
Hey, you gotta
31
count.
minus 1, 31 minus 1. Well, if it's happening, it's mine, but I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to let that be known because somebody else told me that happened to their channel one time.
Okay.
And so this is the first time, but it's happened every time I go on your.
See, that's proof I read
time.
all the messages because I read that earlier today that you had said.
Yeah, it was me. And I left a long one on purpose. I'm like, it's me. Like somebody read this. Yeah.
I usually
All right, well,
read
anyway.
I usually read them when I wake up in the morning. I sit around and read
Yeah,
all the comments.
you gotta get some sleep done. But yeah, so he ought to call Saul, get that handled as the lawyer and or just handle himself. And yeah.
All right.
I think you're doing a great job. And all right, y'all have a great night.
You be good. Peace.
I'm gonna keep watching. All right, peace. Take care.
Dolly.
How about it, man?
What up?
How about it, man?
Who's this? Where you calling from?
Alabama.
Alabama
Larry.
in the house. You Larry?
Robert Earl.
Robert Earl? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got to brush up on my Bama. What's going on with you tonight?
Well, I want to say, I think it was fentanyl.
Oh, yeah. I think it's something like that too. Something bad that, we're going to try to not say the name of it. The big F. We'll just say this, the big F. Everybody knows what
Okay.
that bad
Big F.
is. That's killing everybody. The big F. I agree. I think it is something like that too.
Well, I had a boy that died from it. So.
Yeah. I mean, even in my state, we had 17 people in one weekend. I guess drugs went around that had mixed with it. 17 people died in one weekend, which we got people usually that die here every day, but 17 in one weekend is an extremely high amount. So it was like a bad batch of drugs that came through the area and it knocked out. I think totally it killed in the end like 30 people. So that's probably is going to be something of that nature, I'm thinking. But I appreciate you calling.
Yeah. I appreciate you, man.
All right, peace. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yes.
Rose here.
What is up, Rose?
Hey, I'm following your story. It's kind of creepy, kind of, I think what you and the last caller were talking about with the F and yeah, I've heard about that kind of thing, but I'm calling not to change your subject tonight, but today the sentencing for that Shonda Vander Ark who tortured her son Timothy to death. You heard of that one, right?
Yes.
She got sentenced today.
Would they give her life?
They threw away the key.
How many consecutive life sentences did they give her?
Just, what's the point? You ain't never gonna be free again.
That's what it should.
It was interesting to watch, man. That woman is a trip. And it made me think of something you said about a week ago or so. There's always why is there always just that one kid in the family that just gets tortured and pounced on?
I haven't been able to figure that one out, how somebody can love some of their kids and it's the one kid that they just don't like, that's always been a mystery to me,
And you know what I think? I think that one kid reminds them of something they don't like about themselves.
I mean, that like possibly could be because you look at Leilani, that baby looked just like Leilani.
I know it. I was just going to say that. You're too fast. I was just going to say, look how much that little baby Quentin looks like his mama. Every time she looked at him, she did not like herself.
That's what I was thinking. She didn't like herself. She's not a happy person inside at all whatsoever. She's the coldest woman I've ever met in my life.
Well, you didn't meet that Shonda Vander Ark.
Yeah, I don't know if you get much colder than Leilani.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, she just threw the baby in the trash. And had the nerve to dance up in the window with all the YouTubers out. And
she was twerking. I wasn't there for that. I actually missed that. I wasn't out there.
Yeah, but
she did that.
You reported something about it. I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I see she was doing it, but I didn't physically see her do it. I wasn't there for it.
Yeah. And just when a person behaves like that, then it's like you got to throw the. I don't know. Who am I to throw stones? You know.
Well, you know, these monsters, you get to throw stones at monsters. If you're a monster, you're a monster. I mean, it is what it is. You know, if you're doing horrible, heinous things, what do you expect people to say about you?
Well,
they
you know,
say good things
Jimmy,
about you, that's for sure. You know,
I've told you before, and I told PJ, my sister wrote a book, and it was about her life and what she grew up in, and she was that child that just got just tortured nearly to death.
yeah, that's
And
sad.
so she wrote a book about it, and it actually was a bestseller on that type of topic for many years. And now I found out when I talked to her the other day that down in Florida, they've passed a new law. They blacklisted her book because it speaks of incest.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Hey Rose.
But yeah.
No, I gotta let you go. You be good. It was good talking to you.
Well, wow. Feel kind of cut off.
You feel kind of cut off. Well, we can't go on. You've been going for a little bit, Rose. You've been going for a little bit.
But the subject about what I was saying, there's always that one kid, and it just
but
wow.
Rose, we're way off topic.
Well, I know that. I admitted that when I called in.
Okay, Rose, you have a good one.
I love you.
All right,
bye.
peace. Rose is a talker. She needs to get online with Stony Stone. Dolly! Hello. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yeah.
What are you doing, buddy?
Living my best life, man. Wondering who off these three men in the backyard of this house.
Wow, ain't that something?
Yeah, is this Ricky Beavers?
Yes, don't nothing surprise me, buddy.
Yeah.
Dolly, I've been listening to your shows, man. I tell you what, there's some crazy people out there. You hear me?
Now, Ricky, if this happened at your house, I would believe it. Okay.
No, Dolly, come on now. Hey, don't use that blindness stuff on me now.
I mean, if you didn't see him in the backyard, it's understandable. But this man,
that's right.
He don't have your condition, so he should have been able to see their cars, their wallets, their keys, their bodies.
I would have fell over them, if I went in the backyard. I walked around, I'd fell over the bodies. I'd have found them.
You would have found them. That's crazy that a damn blind man would have found these three bodies in the backyard, but people with good old eyes didn't see them out there. Didn't see their cars, didn't notice they had their keys and their wallets in their house for days, didn't answer the door when people came by.
Dolly, I will say this, okay? The F is nothing to mess with. I promise you that.
Oh, I know.
I know two people took the F, and a girl was in the bathtub. I knew her. The girl was in the bathtub. She took the F, and she died. And there's 300 people die with the F every day, they said.
It's bad. And the other stuff is they're sending over here from overseas is even worse than that.
Right.
They say the size of a pin, like you could put on the head of a pin, would kill like 3 people.
Wow.
Or like a needle point, little tiny speck of it would kill 3 people. So, I mean.
Dolly, I'm going to tell you something. It don't take much.
I know.
My uncle, he OD'd on something, but I'm going to be, the coroner said that he had meth or something, M in his system, and he OD'd. Well, the police department tells me something different, and I think he, like I said, I mean, he was murdered. I just can't prove it, but that's what I'm pretty well sure of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to go to his rescue a couple of times. But the moral of the story is that F is nothing to mess with. The M is nothing to mess with because you do crazy stuff when you get on that. You know what I mean? You can't function. You're 90 miles an hour, buddy.
Yeah. But we still don't expect you to drop dead in the backyard, even on those things.
Well, you can too.
You can. I know. I know you can.
You can. Hey, I do want to tell you this, and I don't want to change the subject. I was listening to live with what's that dude, Stacy Cat?
Yeah, Stacy Wonder.
Dude.
Yeah.
I got something to tell you about that. I think what he's trying to do is get all you YouTubers out there, you know, get on everybody's channel to mess with people, thinking that he might get the same deal that Summers got. You know, everybody went haywire on the Summer and messed up her case with the FBI and all that. You know what I mean? That's the kind of deal he's looking for.
No, I don't think I think it's going to do him bad. You know, apparently I know some inside things. His lawyers called him, asked him not to speak anymore. That's why you notice his YouTube. Now I'm still in contact with him. I could talk to him right now, but he can't speak on the internet.
But I will tell you this, Dolly. I got to give you credit. You do a good job on asking the right questions. I was just
trying.
Job on that.
I was trying to build the timeline. You know.
Well, you did good with him.
Yeah, well,
you really did. You really did. But I just wanted to call in and give my input about them three guys, because that's what I was thinking too. That's probably, in the truth, is probably what.
So do you think this is foul play, there, Ricky?
Well, Dolly, I'm gonna be straight with you. If somebody puts a gun to you and say, "Hey, you're gonna take this pill, you're gonna do whatever I tell you to do," you know, the person will listen. I mean, there is stupid people out there.
Yeah. So you. So you saying foul play? Foul play? You going with foul play or not?
Yeah, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, Ricky. Ricky's going.
You asked my question.
Say what now?
Hey, yes, I am, Dolly.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think it is? Yeah or nay?
Yeah, I think it's some type of foul play. I think if not, they were doing. Not that they may not have just like purposely did it, but they didn't report it. You know, I don't think they might. I think they were doing drugs. These people fell ill and they knew it and they didn't report it.
Right. And Dolly, I do want to tell you something. I want everybody here to listen to me. You might know some, you might think you know somebody, maybe a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You don't really know people out here like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, people can tell you.
So don't never think you know somebody, everybody.
That is true. I agree with that.
I mean, I just want you to know. I want everybody to know that. Don't, you know, it's like Chevelle, with my little Chevelle. I don't trust nobody with Chevelle. You understand? Mm-hmm. She stays with me at all times. I don't hardly let her go nowhere. I keep her under my wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't trust nobody. And I challenge everybody to do the same thing with your kids.
There you go, Ricky.
But hey, Dolly, I got something to tell you. There's a girl here in Bowling Green. I don't know if you want to do it or not. Her name is let me think, what's her name? Anyway, her nephew disappeared. They did an investigation happened down around Auburn, Kentucky, in that area down there. And it's about 20 miles from me. And another guy got into it, and they questioned this guy, and this guy has not been seen yet. And I told her that I would reach out to some YouTubers that I know and see if y'all want to come down here and maybe check it out and talk to her. And
how long has he been missing? I mean? How long has he been missing?
I'm gonna say at least. Be honest, probably. I'm gonna guess. Okay, I say it's been about 4, 5, 6 months.
Oh Lord, that ain't good.
Yeah, and they can't. And they she talked to the detectives, and they said it was now they turned it into a cold case.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna be straight with you, man. Today's world, with the way everything is, I don't have a lot of faith in anything today. But baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
But Dolly, I love you, buddy. But think about it, if you want to check that out.
Oh,
you know, I'd like to get you in touch with her and find out some information, see if it'd be something you'd be interested in, or Bullhorn Betty.
I just waved by to you, Ricky, and realized you a blind man. There he is.
Wave at me.
Just know I waved, Ricky.
I didn't see you.
I threw it peace sign like peace, Ricky, but I forgot you can't see it. So
hey, you know what make girls mad? They pass me in the car, you know, and they wave at me. I don't wave back. They said that dude right there is stuck up, man.
Don't even wave back. Don't even wave back. All right, you be good, Ricky. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Dolly.
Peace.
Bye, buddy.
Okay, there you go. Ricky Beavers, blind man, plays a phenomenal guitar. Super talented musician. We've been buddies for a little while. So so I get to pick with him a little bit. And even a blind man, he sees foul play. He would have found the bodies. He said he would have found them. Dolly.
Dolly.
Mab.
You're trying to steal my buddy Ricky Beavers?
Ricky Beavers said it was foul play. He said he would have found the bodies, Mab. He would have seen them.
He would have seen them.
Yeah. He said he was tripped over him in the backyard. But apparently, Ricky Beavers goes into his backyard.
Yeah.
Do you go into your backyard, Mab?
I don't go in my backyard. Yeah, I do. I have to go to the garage to get some food once in a while. I do have to go in the backyard. So
if I died in your backyard, how long would it take you to find me out there?
Probably about a week.
About a week? Damn. Don't die in your yard. You like this dude over here. You going to move out of the house? You and Miss Mab going to move instantly out?
That's just you. If it was Miss Mab, I'd find her right away.
He must have been packing while the bodies were freezing in the backyard.
The sad thing about this case is that even if they are found full of whatever, that doesn't mean they didn't go out there and sit down and do it. I mean, they're going to have, I hope they lock down that house and did a proper forensic investigation because, the position of those bodies is going to. Okay,
let's say this, Map. They come back and say there's drugs in their system, right? We know they didn't find any drugs. We know they didn't find any drug paraphernalia. So if they, house? Yeah, so far we ain't heard of them finding any drug paraphernalia. He allowed the police into the house, so they didn't find any drug paraphernalia. They didn't find any drugs. Now, if these people come back with drugs in their system, that means somebody has cleaned up the crime scene.
Maybe, or they just had a bad joint and went out to smoke it.
Wouldn't you have the roach? Wouldn't you have the roach to test it? When I got blunts, I got the clips to.
You should be laying out there in the snow somewhere.
Yeah, next to you. If you're laying there like dead, like Snoop Dogg,
still in your finger.
Man, I don't think a blunt took him out the game. I mean, I've heard people saying that Big F is in some of these things that could happen.
Yeah.
That's
I'll be 100% surprised if they don't have drugs in their system.
If they don't have drugs in their system, I'm gonna be mind blown.
So am I.
Because then they got out here drunk. Yeah.
Drinking.
There's no way.
Scenario.
There's no.
They started drinking way before the game. They went to the game. They went after the game. They're blacked out drunk, which is almost blacked out drunk because you don't know what the hell you're doing. And
but all three of them.
That's possible.
I mean, I've been drinking out of the floor up with some of my friends, but we ain't never passed out and died together.
No, but you ain't never been blacked out drunk in 8 degrees weather either, 18 or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, you're right.
So the worst that's going to happen to this Jordan dude or this fifth dude is fail to report. Or if they drug him out the house, then abuse of a corpse. That's
both.
Most they're going to get
20 years right there.
Abuse of the corpse will probably get you that.
Well, Texas, abuse of a corpse only gets you 1 to 2 years in Texas. I don't know what it carries in where they're at, but I know Texas.
They're going to have to prove abuse of a corpse. That's the hard part.
If you drag the body out there and not report it, then it's the same thing.
Well, got to be drag marks.
What was the fact? Soto, the Soto dead. Basically, his charges.
Yeah, DeSoto.
Yeah.
Just for throwing a rag, that woman got charged with abuse of a corpse, I think.
Yeah, the mother got charged. The mother, the father, and the son got capital murder.
You just throw a rag at the car, you can get
Christopher Soto.
Yeah.
Wipe the car off, you go to prison. That's what I'm saying. He didn't report it. Some people are saying his kitchen window overlooked the backyard. So if he was to look out the kitchen window, you could see into the backyard. They're saying the friend left earlier and they were fine. Well, then there shouldn't be nothing done to him if he left at 11 and says he's seen them and blah blah blah. But how do we know that?
He could have been the one that delivered the drugs, though. We don't know.
Yeah, and he went back to work. You know what I'm saying? Or he dropped it off before work. They done it, and they died.
He dropped it off, got his money, and got the hell out of that.
Yeah, he might be the plug.
That's right.
And the other dude may not be but why would he lie? Because he don't want to get in trouble. He didn't report it.
Yeah.
And his lawyer lies You get to hear his lawyer lie firsthand in the same
No, the
video.
lawyer's a complete idiot. They shouldn't have had him on TV at all. They should just be quiet.
It made it look worse. I'm like, man, you ain't helping at all.
It's almost like Stacey Wandra.
Well, like
the lawyer.
Yeah, you got to have a good lawyer in this world. His lawyer told him to shut up.
The saddest thing about this case is the families aren't going to feel like they're going to get justice, because if they were,
my whole thing is
intentionally unalived, then
if they come back with drugs
I
in
just
the
don't
system,
see that happening, because they're all friends. It's a bizarre case.
I see Dolly law, right? Listen, if they come back with drugs in their system, they're just going to count it as some dudes that did some drugs and died. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
No, but here's my thing is, even if they come back with drugs in their system, how do we know them drugs were put there by them?
We don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it gets a little creepy. And then you don't report the crime. It sounds like you committed the crime.
If there was a crime, and how do you prove there was a crime? Well, if the dude admits it.
I don't know. Like,
I mean, all the speculation you hear about the mad scientist had a new drug, and he was testing it on these guys. I'm not buying that.
That's internet stuff. I don't,
Yeah, I'm not buying that mad scientist thing yet.
Yeah, I'm not quite buying.
Still, I see
But
some exotic drug in their system.
yeah, if there's something comes back like that, there's something they ain't never seen, and that could be something to that.
HIV, fucking
I don't know.
vaccine or some shit.
I don't know. We don't want to talk about that here on YouTube. That's for damn sure.
No.
All right, Mab, you be good.
All right.
Peace.
You be good, brother. Peace.
All right, that was Mr. Mab. He coming through. Yeah, I don't know about the crazy scientist thing, but I think somebody probably supplied these dudes with some drugs, and they fell out, and they drug them out the house. Only thing that makes sense. Dolly.
Hey, Dallas, it's Jordan. Hey, I just jumped on. What's going on with this case?
Jordan. Okay, there's a fifth person that was in the house that was there that night. That's what's being reported. The lawyer for the guy that lived there, which was Jordan, he was kind of on TV just go all over the place telling different stories that didn't make sense. So we're just talking about it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm in Kentucky, so I'm in Florida. So, this ain't the attorney. So.
Okay, all right. This ain't the Jordan that lives in the house drinking wine.
That's right.
Dancing around like Buffalo Bill. So what do you think, Jordan? What happened here?
Man, I don't know, man. It sounds shady. It sounds shady for sure.
It definitely sounds shady. And then the guy says he went back in there and slept on the couch. And then the lawyer says that they went back inside and probably played video games. Where did they sit if he was laying on the couch?
Right.
And if he watched him go out the front door, how'd they get in the backyard?
Man.
I'm saying I'm on team foul play here. I gotta stand on team foul play side on this one. There's some fuckery going on in this.
I'm with you, Dollar.
All right, you be good, my man. Peace.
All right, Bo.
So yeah, something's going on. When the toxicology comes back, we'll know. And most likely it's gonna be that big H and that big L. That's the only thing I can think of to take you out that quick. Dolly!
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
It's me, Stitchin. I was just calling. I have questions. Do we know if there's cameras in that house?
That I don't know. That I have no clue. Most people don't, I have a camera in my house, but I don't think most people keep cameras in their house, do they? Mostly on the outside.
Oh, I know. I don't have any in my house, but my friend has them in hers.
The only room I have a camera in, I don't want to tell nobody because they break in my house and they know. But I got cameras on the outside of my house, so walking up to my house is going to get you either way. But on the inside, I keep one in my studio because all my stuff in my studio is really, really expensive. My monitor, cameras, my drones, it's all expensive. So I keep a camera in here. So when you come in, it takes instantly when you walk in the door, it takes 3 pictures of you and a small video clip.
Just saying, my friend has the same thing, I think, set up on hers. That's just why I was like, well, I wonder if we had cameras in the house, because I know nowadays cameras are a big thing.
Yeah, and I can
from a shooting that happened.
And I can talk through it. So, like, say when I'm in Vegas or somewhere, I can watch my studio, and if you came in here, I can be like, "Yo, the police are on the way."
Yes,
and
sir.
you'll be able to hear it because it has a speaker on it.
I DM'd you, I don't remember if it was earlier or the other day about something.
Okay, PJ.
Oh, and I was supposed to let you know, I was also supposed to let you guys know that yes, you are welcome to Summer's birthday party.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to make it, but I appreciate the invite. You know, if I had time to get down there, I got some things going on, so I ain't gonna be able to. It's on the 4th, right?
No, the 2nd.
Second, that's what I meant. The 2nd. I knew it was either the 2nd or the 4th. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Maybe, you never know. But right as now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it.
Did you look up that case I told you about?
Not yet. But
you really need to look up Molly Miller and Colt Haynes' case out of Oklahoma.
Okay.
You want a cold case that will be a mind blower? That's one.
Okay. I'll definitely do that. You be good.
But I'll let you go. I will.
All right.
Be easy on these YouTube streets.
All right. Peace.
Peace out.
All right, guys. Give me a second. PJ sent over another update video. So let me pull that up real quick. It only take me 1 second. Let's see. Wait a minute. Why did it did that? Is this the newest update?
None of it makes sense.
Okay, here we go.
Weeks.
Let me pull this over here for you guys. And let's share it. Sharing is caring.
After 3 bodies were found in the backyard of a Northland home, there are more inconsistencies tonight. The families now more frustrated and upset than they've been thus far. Welcome to Fox 4 News at 9. I'm Christelle Bell.
Okay, hold on. That's the channel that strikes people. Okay, then why did you send it to me? If it's a channel that strikes people, I'll have to go back later and cut out the first video when it's done uploading. So, be careful. That's the Strike Happy channel. You sent it to me. She's like, here's the Strike Happy channel. Okay, so we'll just cover the screen and see if it's anything good. Okay.
First on Fox 4 last night, the man who lived at the home has moved out. Plus, the fact that there was a 5th person at that home. Tonight, only on Fox 4, we're learning more about that night from that man and his lawyer. Fox 4's Malik Jackson, who broke the story, joins us live from police headquarters downtown. Malik, they're flat out disputing the account of what we've heard so far.
John and Christelle, I spoke on the phone with that 5th man, and he said without hesitation, he was not the last person to see these 3 men alive. That is a claim that Jordan Willis's attorney made last night.
Okay, see, right now they're disputing the claims that his lawyer made. The 5th man saying he wasn't the last person to see him alive, that Jordan was. Okay, so the plot thickens.
Today he is walking.
Y'all gotta eat.
The attorney for this 5th man says his client left the home just after midnight, and when he left, all 4 men were still there. They were still awake, and they were watching TV.
This is cover up. Something's wrong with the picture.
Jim McGinney, the uncle of Clayton McGinney, is upset, frustrated, and to this point,
I'd be upset too. Something definitely is bizarre. Something is going on. The 5th man said he left the house. Okay. I wonder why the media didn't say who the 5th man was. He left the house. 4 men were sitting there watching TV when he left. This is strange.
point displeased as the story of what happened on that Sunday night in the Northland gets less clear and more foggy by the day.
Hey, Los
John
Sonny.
Paserno, the attorney for the man who lived at the home, has had an evolving story since Friday. First, he said the 5th person was still there when the 3 men died. He would change his tune in a News Nation interview hours later.
Before he fell asleep, they were going to leave.
Okay, see, I told you, we caught the lawyer changing his story in the thing. We watched it back to back and said, look, his story's different. It's changed. Every time his lawyers told the story, it's changed.
He actually escorted them to the door, said their goodbyes, opened the door. He went back on the couch and he crashed.
That statement running contrary to what Paserno told us just hours before. In an exclusive conversation with Fox 4, the fifth man's attorney, Andrew Tauch, tells us his client arrived at the home around 7 p.m. He left just after midnight, and when he left,
Why do all of them got lawyers already? Okay. The fifth man already has an attorney. The fifth dude already has an attorney. He's already lawyered up. The guy at the house lawyered up. And we got 3 dudes dead that don't make sense. When you lawyer up that quick, it makes me think you're guilty of something. Okay. Even if you're innocent. And I know, listen, if you're innocent, you don't want to be accused of something you didn't do, end up in prison over, something you didn't do. But damn, that is quick to lawyer up. Both men lawyer up. And the story's changing.
And Jordan Willis were alive and watching Jeopardy. Tauch says his client then
Jeopardy?
received a text from Clayton McGinney's fiance and Ricky Johnson's mother on Tuesday, inquiring about their whereabouts. At that point, he texted Willis and Johnson. He never got a response. That's another inconsistency. Willis's attorney said his client never received any text, just messages through Facebook. We contacted Paserno.
See, the lawyer line. He might as well have represented himself. He has the worst attorney ever. Like, the dude literally came up on TV and made the whole shit look like they're lying. Like, it didn't help him. If he would have just said nothing, he would have been in better shape.
About this, and he declined to comment.
Man up. Man up. Now tell us what happened.
What about dice? Yeah. Now they're watching Jeopardy. They were playing dice. Maybe they're playing rolling dice while they were watching Jeopardy. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Something bad has happened at this house. And I'm talking about more than just these 3 people losing their life. I think, in my opinion, allegedly. Okay. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Let me throw that out there. All suspects are innocent to proven guilty in a court of law. We don't know if these people have anything to do with anything. This is all speculation for entertainment value only. Okay. Now, with that said, this is some strange shit. All right. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right.
He has to know what happened.
I agree.
Tauch tells us that his client is upset and sad, and he just wants answers as to what happened to his friends. At last check, KCPD is still waiting on the medical examiner to determine a cause of death. Christelle.
A cause of death.
Wanting answers.
Why does that dude talk like that? They're waiting for a cause of death. Like, dude, man, come on now. You're a news guy. So strange and a whole lot of change. A lot of things are coming out today that Stoney's lawyer, yeah, probably, that don't make sense. We're learning something new every day. It seems like the police were quick to say this was jump to there's no foul play, but the whole story's not even out yet. So how can the police just be out there saying, well, everything's okay, but yet it's not? It ain't even close. Like, there's all kind of inconsistent statements. The story don't make sense. There's people at the house. These people didn't report a crime. All these things, and they're getting away with it. And I mean, why would you lawyer up so quick if you didn't do nothing, right? You ain't even started getting accused good yet. I mean, you're getting accused, but you ain't getting accused good. All right, I'm going to open up the phone lines back up. The phone lines are now back open. The call-in number, of course, is on the screen, 757-797-6694. Lawyer, inconsistent statements. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
This is Lisa B.
Hey, Lisa. How's it going?
Good. Okay, now, what really upsets me, and has me thinking is the lawyer. He looks like a slime ball. And this story does not make sense whatsoever. Okay, why would their wallets be there and their keys on the table?
I agree.
Were they, and also if they were found outside, did they have jackets on?
Huh. I don't know. I don't know what they were wearing at this time.
And also the forensic scientist, that really stinks to high heaven. It sounds like something bad happened and then
I don't know if he's a scientist. I've heard different things, that he works in the medical field, that he does this and that.
Well,
I don't know. Like right now, it's a lot of internet rumors. I don't know exactly what.
Oh yeah, until you find out the real thing. But they could. This person could have slipped something in their drink, their food, if they were there for a football game, watching it or whatever they were doing.
Yeah,
there's a lot of possibilities.
And he definitely didn't report it. How did you not see their cards when you left? And then the story changes. He left and he didn't leave. And then he was sleeping on the couch.
Oh yeah,
in the room. He didn't hear nobody break in his house, but he heard the police knock.
It just smells really rotten to high heaven. It really does.
I know.
I hope the family gets justice and has some closure. But this needs to be figured out big time.
Definitely, for sure. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, Dolly.
All right.
Have a nice night.
You be
Bye.
good. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, that family definitely deserves some answers. And they're screaming, hey, somebody needs to go to jail for this. Now, I ain't saying they need to go to jail for murder until they figure this out, what's going on. But not reporting the death of a person is a felony. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Yes.
Rhonda from Tennessee.
Huh?
This is Rhonda from Tennessee.
Hey, Rhonda.
I think, okay, this was like Tuesday, right? When they found these guys or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I think that guy had time because his house looked immaculate from another YouTuber's pictures.
Oh, inside?
He had time to clean all this mess up before the law got there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, he had days, 2 days.
Yeah. So I think this guy did something to these three guys. And he knows what he done and how long it was going to take for this, whatever he did to them. So maybe they all four walked outside and he went back in, locked the door,
and
maybe they just passed out and died. I mean, they just froze to death out there because of this that he had put in their food or drinks or.
Yeah.
And maybe he didn't show them to the front door. Maybe he showed them to the back door because they was drunk and hell, they didn't know what they was going to.
Yeah, if they don't have drugs in their system, I will be amazed.
Oh yeah,
and if they do, then they're just going to say they took them. But we don't know if they were drugged. You know what I'm saying, by somebody else, or they took them on their free will. It seems so
right. So Right. So why did he read their messages on their phone?
And not
respond. Right.
I agree with you.
He know that people were trying to get a hold of him. Okay, so where did they go when they left my house? Look around and see if we can find them.
Yeah. Yeah, like he didn't go outside and look to see if, like how did he miss their keys, their wallets, and how did their wallets and keys get out their pockets?
Right, exactly. And if that girl broke the glass to get in, or to get him awake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't hear that, but he heard the cops. Now, that don't make sense either.
No, that's what I'm saying. He got selective hearing.
Right. This guy is completely guilty of some kind of crap.
Definitely, for sure.
Right. But I want to tell you one more thing real quick.
Okay.
That woman that called in about the Sonder van or whatever, she got 100+ years for child abuse, and she got life in prison without parole for murder, and she got 100 more years for something else.
Hey, that's justice right there. That's what she gets.
Yeah.
Hey,
but that one, just let you know.
All right, I appreciate you calling.
Good night, Dolly.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, guys, if you haven't, there's over 1,000 of you here. Let's see if we can get me up to 1,000 likes. Last time I looked, we were like down on the likes. Let's get those likes up. Do me a solid. Take 1 second. It's free this week to hit that like button, and we'll take a few more calls from you guys. It definitely don't make sense. Me, I am team foul play all day, every day on this. Somebody needs to be held responsible, especially with the story changing. Look, The truth never changes. Only lies do. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
I have a theory. This is Southern Gal.
Okay.
Hi, y'all.
Hey.
What if? Let's just say, what if? What if mystery guy number 5, right?
Uh-huh.
Y'all just hear me out now. Don't earthquake me in the chat now.
We ain't gonna earthquake.
What if he didn't like Jordan? What if he also gave him something to drink, gave the other guy something more stronger, and just thought, he's the scientist guy. He'll get blamed on him.
Oh, yeah. He did it knowing they would blame it on the mad scientist dude.
What if?
I don't know. That sounds like a Netflix movie. I would watch it on Netflix.
Well, that's what made me think of it, because I'm sure everybody's watched American Nightmare.
Yeah. I watched American Nightmare. That was actually pretty good too. I like that.
We never know.
That just shows you sometimes you got to believe people when you think they're lying and their story's crazy. That sometimes people ain't lying. That shit's really that crazy.
Yep.
Okay. Plot
Could be
twist.
mystery guy.
Plot twist. Mystery guy. Nobody's named him yet. All right. Peace.
Peace.
The mystery guy has a lawyer. Okay. He has the mystery guy has a mystery lawyer. We don't know who the mystery guy is, and we don't know who the mystery lawyer is. All we know is they were watching Jeopardy. That sounds strange, but hey, maybe they like Jeopardy. The last thing you watch in this world is Jeopardy. Somebody says they froze to death. They definitely didn't freeze to death. Dolly. Not Dolly, somebody else then, whoever you was calling. Yeah, he's some type of scientist, but look, just because he's a scientist don't mean, look, this man could be completely innocent. I don't think he is, but look, play the devil's advocate. Maybe he's there, maybe they're partying, they're doing things he don't know about, and because he don't condone of it, so they're sneaking around doing it, and next thing you know, they're dead at his house. I mean, it can happen. Blackout drunk froze would not surprise me. I don't see 3 people walking outside blacked out drunk, falling into the grass, and all of them just dying. One was sitting at the patio on the back porch. The other 2 are laying in the yard. Nah, they all got tired at the same time. They all laid down. That don't make no sense. I even heard people say, well, what if it was carbon monoxide poisoning? I was like, well, what about the person in the house? There really is no motive at this point. We don't know of a motive, right? Because we don't know the situation. All we know is the story keeps changing. Dolly.
I think he took all of them out there and put them in the yard, and one on the porch, and he placed them out there like that.
All right, who's this? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Virginia. My name's Larry Dodson. I watch you every day.
Awesome, Larry. Okay, so you think he may have, something happened to him? He drug him out there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he's done. And the guy that they're now the one they're saying that left, I think him and the guy in the house, they both know what happened to him. And I think the one that left, I think he brought the stuff there that they done.
Yep, I'm thinking the same thing.
And he helped. And I think the guy that left, I think he helped them put them outside. I think he helped do it all. Them two's guilty, both of them. I'm pretty sure they are.
Larry, I think you're on to something. I think it may have went kind of like that too. That the 5th guy is the plug. He came over there, dropped the stuff off, left. They did it, died, and the man in the house drug his friends into the backyard.
Yeah, and he helped them get them out of the house before he left, and they got their story together. And another thing, they said that they left. He let them out the front door. Well, why'd they leave their wallets and their keys in there?
Yeah.
I mean, I would, and that's another thing. I don't care where I go. I'm not taking my wallet out of my pants.
I know
It ain't
that.
on nobody's counter.
I know that's true. I know the same thing. Dudes don't do that. That's like against man law. No. You wouldn't take it. And most likely all 3 of them take their wallets out and put it on the counter.
Yeah. That right there is strange in itself.
Yeah. I call foul play right there. I mean, there's a lot of things that don't add up. And his lawyer's making it worse.
And that lawyer, to me, from the looks of him, he looked like he ain't nothing but a drunk.
You don't know if he looked like a drunk. He does sort of look like a drunk.
I mean, I'm just putting that there the way it is, because I wouldn't want that son going to be my lawyer.
Oh no, not at this point. You'd be fired, and I'd be
Tell
getting
him to shut
somebody
up.
else. That lawyer like that's going to get you put in prison.
Yeah, and you know, and well, he sat there and lied. Just when I was here watching, he sat there and he lied about it. He can't keep his story straight. Everything he says, he messes it up.
I know, and that's to the media. Imagine what he would do in court with your life hanging on the line. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like, man,
going to prison for the rest of life.
you going to prison, boy. You gone.
Yeah, but I do believe that them two, the one left and the one had the house, and another thing, he packed up and moved that fast. Come on now.
He was packing while they were outside.
And I think he was packing too. That's what I was thinking. When the other dude left, he went to get the other shit straight that he had to get straight, and the one was there. And then another thing too, why would you be walking around in a house with a glass of wine in your hand and in your boxers? And it's 30 degrees outside.
That's like some Buffalo Bill shit from Silence of the Lambs, is what I said originally. You know,
I've been on this earth for 60 years, and let me tell you something. This stuff right here, I know for a fact them two guys are guilty as hell. Guarantee it's gonna come out that them two's got something with it. Guarantee.
I think so. Something
I
too.
hope they do.
All right, Larry. You
Three
be,
people ain't gonna drop dead.
yeah, I agree with you. You be good, Larry.
I watch you every day, man. I appreciate it, man.
All right, peace.
Be good, man.
Yeah, Larry thinking of it like I do, that something's going on with the dude that showed up and then they dropped dead. Is he the plug? Did he bring something? Did he supply something? Because listen, you supply somebody with some bad drugs in this state here, they'll charge you. So you sell somebody some drugs and it kills them, they'll charge, and they know you sold it to them, they will charge you with the death of that person. Now, if this fifth person is a plug or something like that, then you know the police need to change up the game here a little bit. This family deserves answers. Their kids didn't, their loved ones, their brothers and sisters and shit didn't just die out there on their own. They were left out there. That is where it gets bad. And if they ain't gonna be charged with nothing else, charge them with leaving them out there, not reporting them deaths, and let's start there. Okay, baby steps till we get the truth. Because right now the truth is not out there. And there's no reason to lie in a case like this. If you tell a little lie, it's to cover a big lie. And that big lie is to cover a bigger lie. And if you're lying about anything, this ain't the time to do it. Okay, when there's people dead, there needs to be 100% truth, 100% transparency, 100% no confusion about what's going on. And in this case, there's none of that. There's confusion. There's not a legitimate story. The people are not coming out talking. They're lawyering up. Okay, the lawyers are dumb as hell, and they're talking, and they can't keep the story straight. What are they going to do? They're going to say, you look at the clues. No, you get any dude to call in, a man is going to tell you, I'm not taking my wallet out my pocket and putting it somewhere at somebody's house. And he's lying about watching them leave. Why didn't, like Larry said, why didn't he have the keys? Why didn't they have their wallets? I bet you their jackets are in the house. It's going to be a situation like that. I believe that they were taking part in some illegal activities and these people passed away and this man's done drug them into the yard. They didn't go out there and died. They died in this house and this man didn't want them people to know they died in the house. And he drug them out there like he don't have parts in it. But he does. I believe, allegedly, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes. You know, this guy might not have did nothing. I'm going to throw that out there. Might not have nothing to do with anything. He may be just completely innocent. But that ain't what the internet thinks. Okay? That ain't what this room thinks. That ain't what most true crime rooms are thinking right now. They're thinking, hey, they own team foul play. In this case, team foul play is huge. It's a massive team. It could fill up the stadium in itself. Team legit, it's Stony Stone. One person be in the stadium by itself. Like, I'm team legit. Everybody else is on team foul play. Now, I'm usually good when I scream team foul play because I think everything's explainable. Everything has to make sense. Common sense. Not, just common sense that this could occur. This may possibly happen. This don't fall under that. It don't fit into common sense. This shouldn't have never happened. So how did it happen? Make it make sense. And nobody's been able to make it make sense. The lawyer makes it make even less sense than it does, you know? And it once it comes back to their drugs, you know, are these people getting away with the perfect crime? And is that a way, you know, like we watch a lot of Next 48, true crime documentaries. You know, a lot of people joke and be like, why you watch all that true crime? And I'd be like, well, when I go to murder somebody, I know how to get away with it. Okay. You know, but no, it just interests me. I would never hurt a fly like that. But jokingly, that's what I always tell people when I'm watching true crime. They're like, why you watch all this true crime stuff? And I just be like, yeah, you know, just in case I ever decide to become a criminal, I know what to do and what not to do. I've learned a lot over the last 2 years, okay, in true crime. What some of these people, the narratives that some people spin, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you run somebody over, I know right now, all you got to scream is the police are corrupt. The police are crooked. I didn't hit nobody. You know, I know what to say now because I've been in all this true crime for so long. Somebody goes missing. I ain't seen them. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Somebody freezes in the yard. Yeah, I was drinking wine, had my headphones on, listening to damn Bob Marley, smoking a J. I just didn't hear it, you know. So you do pick up some unneeded skills in true crime. So don't never mess with me, people. All right, because at this point, I know how to get away with it. And I think that's why women watch so much true crime, because dudes really not into true crime. If you look at the majority of my viewers are women, okay? Oh, and another thing, we got offered our first sponsorship today too. So we hit 31,000 and we got offered a deal from a sponsor today. Jump into sponsors because hold on, caller, because I don't want to turn everything into a big ass commercial because I already advertised my sunglasses, my soap, all my things. So I don't really know if I want to advertise really for somebody else, but it would help the channel a little bit, help us bring more content, a little more financial security to the channel. But I don't know. I'm still in debate about that one. I'm still just happy. Thank you guys for the 31,000. Okay. I do this because I love this. Like I said, I don't want to really turn it into a big commercial for somebody else when I already commercial y'all to death with buydollysoap.com and my sunglasses and my body washes and my soaps. So I'm kind of my own sponsor because you guys been buying my stuff and rocking it and loving it. And do I really need that? You know what I'm saying? Do I really need that? So I'm kind of in debate on that one. But either way, we still celebrating 31K. The sponsorship stuff, if it works and it's not nothing too crazy, maybe I'll work with some companies, but it ain't about that for me. It's about bringing true crime news, having a good time with you guys. And if I'm going to bring you a commercial, I want it to be something that I really truly believe in. Okay. Which is my product, Dolly Soap. Okay. So you're going to get a lot of Dolly Soap commercials, beard oil, you know? I don't do beard oils, but hey, you never know in the future. I'm always working on things and things of that nature. So a lot of good things are coming because you guys have been subbing up. You guys have been liking the videos. Y'all been sharing it. And I can't do that by myself. If you guys take part, this channel will reach that magic number. And I'll get to dance around the house in my boxers, drinking wine with my little YouTube plaque. Okay. I won't videotape it because I won't scar you like that. And that is definitely where you go to get my merch, buydollysoap.com. So that's what I'm saying. What I want to hit you with my commercial and then hit you with somebody else's commercial, I don't think that's really needed. Just support the channel by liking, buy you some Dolly soap, wash your ass cracks and your titty flaps, and we'll be good to go in 2024. Okay. It made a big difference because I was able to help a lot of people last year in a lot of situations. And that was because of the merch that y'all guys have been buying. That was the way I was able to buy people's Christmases and bless people on Christmas and things like that. Is because y'all support the channel all year long. And not only just buying the soap, but reordering, enjoying it, liking it, thinking it's a good product. And there's people that have ordered from me like 15, 20 times now. So you're using nothing but Dolly soaps and lotions and things like that. Thank you guys. That makes a big, huge difference. Ain't a lot of money here on YouTube, so it helps keep the channel going. I know it's a little different than what everybody else does. You know, most true crime people don't sell soap, but Dolly does, okay? And, you know, this all started as a joke from the movie Fight Club, okay? Just one day, jokingly, I said, I'm going to make soap, and so that way we can finance the channel. So if you've never seen Fight Club, the way they financed Fight Club was they sold soap. First rule of Fight Club, you don't tell nobody about Fight Club, right? But that's how they financed it. They were selling soap. So jokingly, I started saying I was going to sell soap, and then I started making soap. And it got better over time. And now I make a really good product. It's legit. It ain't a joke anymore. It went from a joke and turned into a legitimate company. Okay. From a joke to a company in a year. And you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting it. Making something silly turn into something super real. Okay. That's it. Just, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up. But look, I know the families want justice for these three people out there. I think you guys out here on the internet want justice for the three people out there. This fifth dude, he knows something. Jordan, they know something. The lawyer is the most dishonest lawyer on the planet. He can't keep his damn story straight for one interview. There has to be something going on, okay? Steph B says, congrats on 31K. Thank you guys. It's you guys. I couldn't do it without each and every one of you guys out there subbing up, liking the videos, being interested in the stories that we're bringing you. And of course, guys, if there's something you want to hear about or something that's going on crazy, feel free to drop me an email, jimmyjam757@gmail.com, or hit me up on Facebook and be like, hey, Dolly, I'm really interested in this story, or this is something that you need to check out. Crazy. Just shoot me an email. You took my call earlier. I like your glasses, but I didn't know you sold them. Where can I buy glasses and soap? How do I become a member? Okay, all you do is hit the join button to become a member. To buy glasses, the Dolly shades. Well, I'm not wearing the Dolly shades right now. I don't sell these. These are Versace's. Okay, I don't sell Versace's, but my shades are for sale. I got my own line of sunglasses. And yes, you can get them at buydollysoap.com. We sell t-shirts, hoodies, you name it. Mystery boxes, rollers, lotions, body washes, you name it, Dolly makes it. And this stuff is made by me, handmade by Dolly. Okay. So a matter of fact, after I'm done with this, I got to make some lotion tonight. PJ was like, we need some Captain Crunch lotion. Apparently I'm short 2 bottles on an order. So when I get done here, I got to make some lotion. You know, I know that's off topic, but I'll be back with you guys later tonight on my other channel. Okay. Dolly Uncensored. This is Dolly Vision you're watching right now. My other channel is like a panel channel where I let everybody come up and it's open discussion, talk about whatever the hell you want. And it's called Dolly Uncensored. Look it up, find it on YouTube. Sub it up. Join me later tonight. I'll be back in like an hour. Okay, so I'll be over there though. I won't be here. I'll be on Dolly Uncensored in about an hour. Stop by if you want to hang out and chill, and I'll see you guys then. Replay crew, let me know. What do you think about guy number 5? Is he the plug? Does he have something to do with it? This foul play. I'll take this last call. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, what's up, bad boy?
What's up? What's up? You the last call tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching you.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know what to think about that whole case at all. It really got me baffled.
Yeah, it's strange. I think these two people know something for sure, though. One of them do.
Yeah, somebody knows something. I mean, people, three grown men just don't go outside and just lay down. I'm gonna lay here so I can die.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Yeah, that definitely don't happen. Or leave their wallets inside somebody's house.
No, a man would not do that.
I agree with you there.
But I do got to tell you, I ordered a pair of your sunglasses for a friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
and she got them today, and she absolutely loved them. Now,
Awesome.
I'm jealous because my buddy, PJ, sent her a little turtle, so now I've got to order something from you so I can get a little turtle.
Oh, them little turtles get everybody. It's a gift that we send with the orders, and it's a tiny little turtle, and it says something like, "We hope you have a totally great day," or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, PJ does really good at making the orders all cute and stuff. She always adds little throw-ins and gifts and different little things in the orders.
Absolutely thought that was the cutest little thing. I said, I'm jealous now. I said, my buddy PJ sent you a little turtle. I ain't got one, so I guess I got to order me something next month because I live on disability.
Yeah.
So I got to order me something next month so I can get me a little turtle.
Yeah, everybody for some reason loves them little damn turtles. I like it's just it was just a little extra we throw in, and like, but so many people write back and like, I love the turtle, you know, and it's just a little small turtle, but people seem to like it for some reason.
Cute as a button.
So look, hey, I appreciate you calling.
Let you go, buddy, and you have a good. Oh, by the way, you up to 8 Diet Cokes? I'm watching you, bud.
All right, I got you.
Bye.
All right, peace. All right, guys, it's been awesome hanging out with you. Thank you for everybody that's joined up and people that's gifted and gave the video a like. Look, there's 1,000 here. Do we got 1,000 likes yet? I bet we don't. Y'all did me dirty. Y'all did me dirty. Okay, I'm gonna rage quit now. I'm rage quitting. Not really. I gotta go for a little bit. I gotta get me something to drink, something to snack on. I'll be back in about an hour on Dolly Uncensored just to hang out, kick it with you guys a little bit, open discussion. If you want to come by and hang out, you're more than welcome to, right? And until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.